Hey, sweetheart, welcome in. Okay, so, again, happy Pride Month. We're gonna go ahead and point this one out. I have Meet Me at the Altars, past, present, future up there today, because the current drummer and the ex-guitarist are both sapphic women, and today I have built you a suburban house based off of the lesbian flag, as you can probably tell. So we're gonna get right into it, but first, look at this ring I bought. I only bought it because it looked like a vulva. Okay, let's get into it. So this house, I actually built it, I think, twice. I hated it the first time. It happens. I have had this concept on a Pinterest board since February? March? Something. I knew I wanted to make a suburban house based off of the lesbian flag colors. I think they're the most gorgeous colors. I love going back to Willow Creek and just building little suburban houses. I think it's really fun. So I knew that was something on my to-do list for this month. I also knew I wanted to do a street of townhouses that are different pride flags. I'm going to be doing that at the end of the month. I currently have like 2 out of 3 flags picked out, maybe 4. But when I was working on this one, I didn't realize the orange situation in this game. We talk about the pinks a lot. We do not have a lot of great, orange options. Mainly exterior-wise. Inside, I had a lot of fun with the orange, even though I did lean a lot more pink with it, just kind of because it was easier. The roofing options for orange are really, really bad. They're not good. And I wish the pink had been a little more of a fuchsia tone than the baby pink, but I take what I can get. It's not gonna kill me. But I had this concept of this really cute, string light patio, and then there was a bathroom that I ended up doing upstairs that I had in my board, and I'm gonna put little kind of concepts up here as I'm talking about them. I started with the patio, which I don't know why I did that, but I made it come off of a sunroom, and I had the greenhouse kit doors kind of open off of an archway. I'm pretty sure this functions. I really have to start testing my builds, but I'm lazy. I'm really lazy. I don't wanna. But yeah, I did the fake lattice. I meant to put not moss, but ivy type stuff up there, and I think I kind of just forgot. But I did really love this whole setup. I have the greenhouse windows, and I ended up using French doors into it. I don't know if that's traditional for sunrooms, but growing up my grandpa had French doors on his sunroom, and I thought they were gorgeous my whole life. And so anytime I build a sunroom in The Sims, they get French doors like that. But I put a little ceiling fan out there because, Willow Creek's inspired by New Orleans, and I don't know if you've ever been, but it's so hot. It is so hot. This floor plan was also evil and took me a couple tries, but it works out. I really like this house. I genuinely think this is one I would play in. I know I build a lot for just the giggles, but I don't know, I had a lot of fun with this. In my head, it was an artist and a photographer, or something like that. All of them are very creative. I have a yoga mat on the front porch. I have an artist easel in the sunroom. There's cameras and the fashion board in the office. I have knitting stuff and a cross stitch hoop in one of the 2 bedrooms, and then the other one has the kids drawing table and the violin. I have a guitar somewhere in the house. I don't know, in my head, this house was a very creative family. They all have some sort of artsy hobby. It's very if you're upset, go make something about it, let it out somewhere sort of thing, which I had a lot of fun with. I thought it was a really cute concept. I don't know, I'm biased. I I think the lesbian flag is the prettiest flag, but I do have a bias. That's not true. I think the trans flag or the gender fluid flags are probably the prettiest. I think they flow really well. But like, come on, we call the current lesbian flag the sunset flag. It's so cute. The colors are so cute. They blend so well together. How could you not like the lesbian flag? It's beautiful. Maybe I'm biased. Women are beautiful. Flags for women who like women and non-binary people who like women. Beautiful. Great time. Big fan. Speaking of flags, if everything goes to plan, I'm going to my first ever Pride this year. Which feels weird to say because I've been out for 7 years this year, I think. Came out at 15 for the first time. And I turned 22 this year, so... Not 15, 14. I was 14. But I was 15 when my family knew. But the first time I said it out loud was 14, so it's been 7 years. And I've never been to Pride, mainly just because it kind of scares me. Like, it's kind of intimidating. But I also... I don't know, I wanna branch out and I wanna put myself further out into the community. But also, it's 10 years since the marriage equality ruling, and my closest Pride is hosting a group wedding. Like, it's just a bunch of different queer weddings happening. And then the last 2 hours of Pride are just a huge wedding reception. And I think that's too beautiful not to be a part of it. So if I do end up going like I plan to, I'll probably post about it. It depends. I'll probably post my outfit in makeup at least, because I'm really turning gears in my head on how I want to do that. But, I don't know, it's really exciting. I'm really excited about it. So back to the build for a minute. I am cluttering up. I wanted this to be a garden space too, so I have that blooming rooms like hanging thing. Again, a lot of the sunroom was inspired by my grandpa's. However, this kitchen, not inspired by anyone. I just love it. I think it's so cute. The first time I built this, I made it way too big, but the kitchen was the only part I liked, and so I tried to keep as many elements from that original concept as I could. I have the terracotta floors and the pink or orange tile behind it as a backsplash, but the pink feature wall. I went back and forth a lot with this table. Not really physically, just like scrolling. But I ended up using the cute little pink paranormal chairs and the square, I think, get together table. It's my little white rug. I have a little candle on it. I tried not to do too much in it. I really wanted it to feel like a human space, so I wanted it cluttered, but not like obnoxiously cluttered. I have 4 cabinets and then some open shelves that I put like dishes and those pots from either Country Kitchen or Cottage Living. I don't know which one they're from, but I use them in like everything I can because I think they're the cutest little kitchen clutter. But yeah, I have my little open shelves and I use the orange fridge from, I think that's Country Kitchen. And then the orange stove from Jungle Adventure. And they're not the perfect shade of orange, but they're not right up on top of each other, so I think it's okay. I didn't use a lot of good lighting in that kitchen. I think it's just kind of hard to light kitchens properly. But I also was doing this yesterday, so I was really trying to just to get it done. I used, from that Pride update we got a couple months ago, that shelf that has the 2 mirrors and the different flags. I love that object. I think it's gorgeous. I think the lesbian flag one's one of the prettiest ones we have. I think the non-binary flag one's really good too. And then again, the trans flag is just, she's beautiful every time you see her. I also used paintings off the gallery. So it's coming up that this build has CC in it on the gallery, even though I use like the no CC art sort of boards. There's no CC in this. There's not. I don't have that in my game. My laptop is not strong enough to run that. But it's coming up as having CC in it. I don't know. I gave up. I'm not fighting with it. Those are supposed to register as base game and they didn't. But we are now, I think we're moving upstairs. Yeah, I really didn't want to do that living room. I hated the shape of it. So I kind of did everything else first. And at one point I was going to have one bedroom be pink, one bedroom be orange for the kids. So you can kind of see I'm looking for a good orange bed here. And I kind of like gave up and used that, the sun with the orange and the pink, high school years bed. And then a lot of orange in this room, a lot of warm tones. I have records on the wall, like maybe she collects them. Or they're painted, so I guess she probably doesn't collect them, but I don't know, they're art projects. I don't know, in my head this was two daughters and their two moms, just because I hate playing with boy Sims, but it really could have been whatever. I have fairy lights all over her room, and I have the book nook books that are super stacked up. Like, she refuses to get a bookshelf, she just keeps them by her bed. Or like maybe she's run out of room. I don't actually know if I put a bookshelf in this house at all. Now that I think about it, I think those non-functional books might be some of the only books in the house. That's not really helpful. I mean, to be fair, how often do you have your Sims read for fun? Like, I don't know. I have them read for skills more than fun. Like, I buy the skill books for any skills I want to just like speed through. Really helpful for stuff like Not So Berry, by the way. Like, if you have like a set amount of skill you have to have in something, get the books, buy the books. They're expensive in simoleons. I think to get the full set is like 200 simoleons. So like, honestly not that expensive unless you have like a really low level job. So like, starting out they're kind of annoying, but especially if you have that peace and quiet lot trait, you get done with it so fast. So fast. It's so good. But yeah, so this house used 38 packs, and I'm seeing a lot of them in here. Like, I use so many different things in this room. Here's more paintings coming off the gallery. I really meant to look up, or to write down where they were from. If I remember, I will go back in to, because I saved them to my library, so I'll go back in and like put their names in the description, because I hate to use work someone else put into the game like that. But this is a 67,000 simoleon house with 38 packs. So, like, how likely are you to have all 38? I don't know. A lot of it's decor, though. Um, but yeah, you'd have to cheat to get or I don't know. I guess if you had a teenager and a kid in your game and you were married, maybe you would have enough to afford a house that expensive. I don't know. I don't know how y'all play. But we're working on the kids' room now. There's a raccoon in this room. That was my favorite part. I have a thing about raccoons. I have dated, talked to people who had things about raccoons. I don't know, raccoons are just gay to me. Like, uh, people talk about frogs, raccoons are gay to me. I love lesbians who think they can domesticate a raccoon. Have you met them? They're so cute. They have their little hands. Like, I think I could teach one to draw. I think I could give it crayons and teach it to draw. I do believe that. I'm not insane enough to get the raccoon. I will never probably have enough space to do such a thing. But in my heart, I could teach a raccoon to color. I think I'd have a great time. However, I have the Build-A-Bear online exclusive one on my bed. You can't see him, and I'm not gonna go get him. But yeah, raccoons, love them. Gay people love them. This is the bathroom. Okay, this bathroom was inspired by this pin I had saved of just this beautiful, elegant tub with a pink and orange wall behind it. I think the pink and orange might have wrapped around the whole room in the picture. I really don't know if it was AI or not. I haven't looked that hard. I was just kind of saving color scheme concepts, and I really should have checked if they were AI, but right now it feels like Pinterest, that's all you can find, and that's... But I use that pastel pop wall, and then the spade tile, but that pastel pop pink and peach wall really worked here. And I'm hovering. I was on FaceTime while doing this. We were goobing and gabbing, and it kind of got really distracting, but yeah, I loved this bathroom. I think it's one of my favorite ones I've done in a while, and I know I was just talking about hating the 2x3s, but this one's 2x4, so it's a little different. we're working on the parents' room now, which I didn't really do that much with. It's kind of very bland, but I feel like kids' rooms always are more fun. Or like single Sims. I feel like trying to blend your Sims is never as fun. Because, like, I mean, in real life, what was your parents' room like as a kid? You know? Like, I feel like married couples often don't have a lot of personality in their rooms. And I think that's sad. Like, I don't know, combine it. But it felt more realistic to be a little boring, a little beige. I mean, it's not beige, but like emotionally beige. I also use the pride flag in here. I have 3 out of 4 of the pride objects, I think, throughout this place, because I have the actual flag, the crochet flag, and then the shelf. I think the flag with the lights and stuff on it is the only one I haven't used in this build. I love the pride stuff. I love the pride stuff so much. No, I didn't use the shelf with the flannel on it either. And I should have. Oh, I should have. Oh, okay. That's really sad. Why'd I do that? Um, Literally, what other house? The lesbian one was so good, too. God, and I'm not gonna do one for the townhouse. I'll find another lesbian sim. Most of my sims are. We're doing that other bathroom real quick. This one, boring. Boring. But me and my friend were talking about baby umbilical hernias while I was doing this, so I was kind of really distracted. And I didn't pay enough attention to what I was doing to make it fun, but I have like a couple lights over the shower because it's so dark in there. But they're those awful spa day ones because they felt like they were the only ones who made sense in a shower. We have 2 rooms left. We haven't gotten to landscaping, but I do want to talk about my thought process there because if the house is all pink, orange, and white, and it's supposed to be the sapphic flag, why are all my flowers purple? To that is that the concept of giving other queer women violets to show that you were queer, and also the lavender scare. So since we don't have lavender and violets as growable plants, I used as many purple flowers and lavender as I could in my landscaping to sort of bring in that sort of historical context with the flower association. Like, I plan to get violets tattooed on my shoulder eventually, because of their queer symbolism, and the lavender scare is like, it's queer for everyone, but I feel like when I hear it, I often think queer women, and maybe that's wrong, because it's not just for queer women, but that's what comes to mind. So I made sure they were all over there, and then I really wanted broccoli. I wanted some sort of broccoli something, but even though I have memory of us having broccoli as a growable plant, I couldn't find one. And when I checked the Sims forum, it said we didn't have that as a growable plant, but I swear you could, like, buy broccoli at the cottage living stalls, can't you? Did I make that up? Am I confusing it with, like, the vegetarian trait picture or something? I don't know, but I wanted broccoli in here to emulate Sappho's garlands of broccoli from her poetry, but I didn't have the capabilities for that, very sadly. So instead, there's just nothing there, because I don't have the kitchen clutter kit yet. I want it, but I'm telling myself not to get it. I don't need... How many kits do I need? But it's so cute, and the functional lunchbox is really helpful. I don't know. But here we are, landscaping again with those purple flowers. I have a bunch of different types, and I use that pink tree from Movie Hangout that has the lanterns because I think it's really cozy. I didn't do a lot of the yard, actually. I have the patio, and then I have the landscaping around it, but I didn't want, like, a full-out backyard, and maybe that's wrong of me. That being said, we are terrain painting, which means we are about to be done. So I hope you liked this. I hope you had a great time, and I'll see you next time, baby. Bye!
My people are the horror movie. My people are the horror